Hi everybody, welcome to another episode of Running with Skizzers. My name's Greg. That's my little dog Gwen. And today I wanted to talk to you about my 2020 Appalachian trailer. It is the Pro Series. I'm not sponsored by Appalachian whatsoever. Full disclosure. I just wanted to put a video out there about what you can buy for a reasonable amount of money, because trailers nowadays are insanely priced, especially with inflation, and especially if they know that you're going to put them to work and make money with them, they definitely tag more cost on to that aspect. Well, this is the trailer. As you can see, it's a little bit filthy. I bought it back in 2020, brand new. Had it ever since. I only paid right around $5,000 for this. And before you say you can't get much for $5,000 when it comes to a trailer, let's get this thing jacked up and I'll show you what it got me. Okay, as you can see, we got some minor surface rust. One of the things that cuts cost on these is they are not powder coated, they're painted, which I actually really like, because when it does get wear and tear, it's real easy to touch up with paint. Where powder coat, you'll get like a blister, and you pretty much got to like grind that blister out and then hit it with some paint, and it'll never match anyway. Trailer came with one hell of a winch plate welded to it. It's about 1/4 inch thick. The deck is 1/8 inch thick. Nice heavy duty piston. Nice pump. These trailers come fully boxed, not C-channel, which when it comes to strength is the only way to go, especially with the way this thing tilts. As you can see, it picks up the axle. Sometimes it'll pick up these axles too, depending on how you're parked. So there's definitely a lot of stress, especially at these fulcrum points here. One thing I really liked about it is they do come with American-made Dexter axles. And nice thing about Dexter is these do come from factory with bearing buddies installed. A lot of the cheaper trailers, you won't get those. You'll have to add those, or every year take this all apart and manually add grease to them. The deck, just your standard step tread. They would have actually been better off just having flat steel, because when this shit gets wet, it's like an ice skating ring. One of the things I did was I just took Rust-Oleum and a roller and I mixed sand in, and it helped a little bit. I think I'm going to redo it this year and definitely add even more sand. Fully fabricated fenders. The one, I think it was on this side, I actually got it up against the phone pole. I was in a tight area. Yeah, right here. And there was no maneuvering through the turn, so I put the fender against the phone pole, and I had a pickup truck on this. And as you can see, it didn't crush it. It scraped some paint. It actually skidded both axles sideways, making the turn. Didn't hurt anything, didn't bend anything, so I was really impressed. you can see what I mean about it picking up both axles. The way they wired this thing, really nice. Got a junction block here. Your trailer emergency brake is wired into it. Your main harness is wired into it. It came with a marine grade deep cycle battery with a nice box. I did put this winch on. This is a Harbor Freight 12,000 pound winch, which for me it works great. And with the warranty, I usually replace it about every 2 years free of charge. I keep the box and the receipt, and I just take them back whether they're good or bad and get a brand new one. Some of these cheaper trailers, you'll have issues with these rear plates. If you set it down on a rock and drive something like a skid steer or an excavator over them, you'll actually dent these. I've never had an issue denting them. As you can see, they fully gusseted them, which was another nice touch. When I went, Ford has this dumbass hitch. I think they still use these even on the 2023 models. It's a class 5 hitch, but you cannot get a hook through these holes. So I put these big clevises on here, and the standard safety chains it came with, there was no way the hooks were going to fit around this. So I told them that'll need changed, and they were actually nice enough. They sold me the trailer, and when I went to pick it up, they pulled these off of another trailer. I think they came off a 5th wheel, so they're super long. I just twist them up, but put those on free of charge. Real easy to change. It's just a cotter pin. The only thing I don't like about this trailer either is I'm missing one here, but I cut pieces of mud flap, because if you don't have anything, and this is steel on these plates, these are noisy as hell. You'll never get them silent going down the road, but adding the rubber at the points definitely helped. This is another thing I hate about it, is this, the spare tire carrier. I do not run a spare tire. I figure worst comes to worst, I'll pull a tire off and go to the nearest Walmart or Home Depot and either get a new tire or a new wheel and tire. Then I'll have my spare. Appalachian sells the wheel and tire for $130. But I hate the location of this. They should have mounted out front on the plate, because when you're loading on the side of this thing, especially if you have pallets or whatever, this is always in the way. And I think I'm just going to take the plasma cutter and whack this sucker off and move it, because every time I load, I got to make sure I'm on the driver's side of the trailer. I was able to order it. It comes standard with non-removable fenders, but you can option it out with removable fenders. I just did the driver's side. It works good enough. If I'm loading a car or something and I do have to take it off, you're getting out of the driver's side anyway. It does help with forklifts and stuff to take this fender off. They can work right in between the tires with the forks and set your load right over the axles. But I don't do that often enough to have both fenders removable, so this one's just welded on. Comes with a nice header. Definitely built well. All these light boxes, solid, all the way around boxed. The welding, it's not great, but it's not bad either. The welds are definitely going to hold up. These ones are a lot nicer than the other ones. You can see what happens, being it is just a painted trailer. Road salt gets into it, but like I said, it's so easy to keep touched up. It's not bad. Every spring I go around and I just hit it with Rust-Oleum rattle can. I don't even bother sanding them unless they're like real bad. All the lighting's LED on this trailer. Very nice to work on. 70-80 mile an hour down the highway, it follows right along behind the truck, whether it's loaded or empty. The tires, I probably got, I want to say 12,000 miles off the top of my head on this. These are the factory tires. Westlake, never actually heard of them. No cupping. They are 10 ply, but they hold up good. My Mustang trailer over there has Goodyears on it, and they're all cupped, beat up, and that trailer probably only has 6,000 miles on it compared to this one. This trailer definitely gets used a lot more than the deck over. I ordered it with a pintle hitch. It doesn't come with this plate either. They added this. I like having the pintle over the ball type, just for the simple fact is it's a pain in the ass to move these around, you know, be it for cutting grass or just getting them out of my way. So I always get the pintle hitch, and I'll take the tooth of my skid steer bucket, come up underneath, and I can spin these wherever I need to and drop them. I don't have to mess around with hooking a truck up to them to move them. But I think that's all I have on this. It's definitely been a great trailer. Like I said, back in 2020 I paid right around $5,000 for this, and that was including all the options I had them put on it that the trailer didn't come with. And the Appalachian dealer that I went to, I think there's one in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. One I went to was in Ohio, just because I live in southwestern Pennsylvania, so going to Ohio was definitely a lot closer for me. And when I ordered it, it took about a month for them to build it. They build all their trailers on site. They have one heck of a facility. It seems like they know what they're doing. They follow all the government laws. But yeah, I would highly recommend it for the money. I looked at trailers pretty much the same as this one, and they were running $8,000, $9,000 for the same GVW, same options. And really the only difference I could find between the two is this one's just painted. But like I said, Appalachian's great. Any options I wanted, even as far as the stake pockets, I wanted 2-foot centers. They don't do 2-foot centers, but I ordered it with those, and they put those right where I wanted them. But yeah, definitely an awesome trailer. Hope you guys like this video, and if you have any questions or comments, definitely leave them in the comments section. Be sure to like and subscribe. I'll talk to you later.